The story of Scarface dates back to the year 1930. His hunt took place in New City, and it is here where the humans called him the New Devil. During this time, he stalked a gang member named Bruno Borgia, who thought of himself as the god of gangsters. He killed Bruno Borgia and approached his wife Isabella and stared at her as she held her newborn son, Hunter Borgia. She then pulled out a pistol and shot this predator in the left eye. His blood splashed on Isabella and Hunter. It was the special properties of the predator blood that gave these two characters a prolonged life. This would benefit Hunter Borgia, as he was born a weak and sick infant. He would have died early on if it weren't for the predator's blood, which made him stronger. As Bruno's henchmen started to arrive, the injured predator tries to escape, but leaves behind some equipment. During his attempts of escaping, he ends up falling through a roof and is trapped. Out of desperation, Scarface activates the self-destruct device on his ship. The explosion wipes out New City, but he survived this act. In doing so, he brought shame to himself, and his clan arrives to pick him up. He is then sentenced to a planet full of hostile creatures. He is left to defend himself, and his clan leaves. But after 100 years, they return, and they find he is still alive after only using his wrist blades and spear weapon. Now, during the time he destroyed New City, some of his technology was left behind, and the Borgia Industries got a hold of it and started to use it for their own purposes. The city was then rebuilt mostly with the help of Borgia Industries and was renamed to Neonopolis. During this time, a previous predator group was sent in, but they were captured by Borgia Industries and taken away for experiments. So the Darkblade clan gave Scarface a chance to redeem himself by locating his technology, destroying all traces of it, killing the humans who used it, and also try to find the missing predator hunting party. At this point in the story, Hunter Borgia would pass down control of his company to his daughter, Lucretia Borgia. When he arrived to Neonopolis, he fought through a voodoo gang named Les Serviteurs, killing them all and even defeated the city's police force. He located the ship belonging to the previous hunting party. It was underneath an abandoned church. But first, he had to battle against the Dead Men gang. After they were defeated, he had the opportunity to escape the planet in a recovered ship, but instead chose to resume his original mission in order to reclaim his honor. At this point, another gang named the Juvenile Pack 9 have declared war on Don Giovanni and have started an attack on his compound. He then tracked down Don Giovanni, who was an Italian mob boss. Scarface was able to kill them all, along with Giovanni and his personal bodyguard, Vinny. After this battle, he retrieves his glaive weapon. After this event, another gang named Los Matadores, led by El Hongo, moved in and tried to take control of the streets. With no more competition from the Dead Man or the Voodoo Gang, they were confident to be the strong arm of the streets. But they later come across skinned bodies and realize something else is in the city. El Hongo contacts Lucretia about the situation, but his request for assistance is turned down. But most of his group gets killed off by Scarface. Later on, El Hongo panics and warns Lucretia that Los Matadores have evacuated the city in fear of El Demonio Invisible. She sends Victor along with the machine men, who are cybernetically enhanced mercenaries, but they all die when they encounter Scarface. El Hongo then runs to the docks to seek the safety of Baby Blue and her working girls. Scarface then disables the power here and kills off everyone, including Baby Blue. El Hongo tried to run away during this, but is tracked by the Predator and killed. Scarface also managed to destroy a shipment of Borgia Industries, which angers Lucretia even more. He then jumps onto a truck and sneaks into a depot where Lucretia is. He fights off a group of cyborgs called the Monster Squad. These enemies are equipped with powerful weapons and are heavily armored, but Scarface defeats them all. But then, an army of these cyborgs appears and overwhelms him. He is captured and taken to a laboratory. This would not be the end of Scarface. He used all of his strength to free himself. Along the way, he found his weapons and freed some other captured predators. This is when Lucretia releases 3 brainwashed predators in an attempt to stop Scarface. 2 predators named Longspear and Swiftknife are killed, but Stoneheart escapes. During this event, Hunter Borgia was preparing himself to fight against this predator when the time arrived. Scarface then travels to Lucretia's penthouse and battles against her Ronin bodyguards, a trio of trained assassins that have sworn to die protecting Lucretia. They are not killed, but are only defeated in battle. As Lucretia makes her escape, Scarface tracks her down to the building where Mother is. Now Mother is a central control system for all of Neonopolis. He battles through a pack of advanced Ulysses robots, more Monster Squad members, and then fights Stoneheart in a virtual replica of the church from 1930 when he fought against Bruno Borgia. He defeats his Yautja brother and then finds out that mother is actually Isabella Borgia. She survived 100 years by the use of Scarface's blood. Scarface is then dropped into a trap and battles against the xenomorph species. He makes his way back up to her chamber and kills mother with a spear weapon. Lucretia then runs off trying to find Hunter Borgia and ends up interrupting his genetic augmentation process. Hunter had become so obsessed with the predators that he in fact transformed himself into a predator. Hunter kills Lucretia in a fit of rage, and then her body is found by her Ronin bodyguards. This is when Scarface plays back something in Lucretia's voice and convinces the bodyguards to fight against Hunter. When the bodyguards are killed off, Scarface fights against Hunter on top of Bruno's statue located on the roof of the building. Scarface defeats him and rips his head off. This is when his clan arrives to pick him up. Now after this, we see members of Yutani talking to Mr. Weyland about a successful buyout of Borgia Industries. The merging of both companies would now make them the dominant supplier of technology and weapons. Now with Isabella being destroyed, a new host had to be selected as the biological computer known as Mother. The new host chosen would turn out to be Lucretia. And this ends the story of Scarface and Predator Concrete Jungle. Now this is a Predator I wanted to cover for a long time since I've uploaded a lot of videos about this game back in 2009. It had a lot of cool unlockable upgrades and skins from other movies. I had a lot of fun with the game, and I think the story was really well done. And after 10 years, I was really hoping we'd get another game like this, or at least a remastered version. So this game was playable on the Xbox original console and on the PlayStation 2. It is also playable on the Xbox 360 with backwards compatibility if you still plan to get your hands on it. So what did you think about the story around Scarface in this video game? Did you like it? Put your thoughts in the comment section. If you want to see more content like this, then subscribe to my channel and enable notifications so you know when I upload a video. Now you can also find more similar videos on my channel as I've covered more topics across the movies, comic books, and video games, so have a look around. Thanks for watching, my name is Asaglow, and I'll see you in the next video.